Ladies and gentlemen, show match. Show match time. I am back. The players are back. Well, they haven't left. But Rhaaah is playing as the dwarves. And he's yellow on the other side. The opponent is Leasha, playing as the elves. So this should be a really cool matchup. And she's bringing the white priestess hero into it. So that's very interesting. By the way, Varlin, I think your hero doesn't have team colors. She should be pink on her clothes, but that's okay. So what does this white priestess hero bring? She's like all about ice. Got the icicle spear, got the wave of ice, got the freezing fog. So this is a single target thing. This is a Nova thing. This is a area denial thing, and they all cause the chilled affliction. So things will be slowed. This hero can really chase things down. Then you've got a teleport as well with Frostblink that at level 2 becomes a very powerful chill. So yeah, there's a lot of tools here. And then Wind of Destruction at level 2 will start adding Frostbite to your skills, which is just enormous amounts of nerfs and damage. And then at level 3 you're actually becoming able to do that with also your regular attacks, which is kind of crazy. And then you add in the ultimate Breath of Winter, which is a powerful meme beam that tracks targets, obviously. And you've got Aris Wrath, which is a powerful slam/explosion on the ground. Anyway, we're gonna see some flag fights early on. The Nova doesn't do any damage to buildings, by the way, so that's not a thing. Either way, Rhaaah has a level 2 Hierophant, as he did stop back home to cut down some creeps. And this Hierophant will then be able to just out-regenerate the mana of the White Priestess. You have to be also really careful with this Guardian. Leasha is pulling back at 2 health, just saving this thing. Wow. And while these heroes are beating each other up, by the way, I have to point out this map just got some major changes. Scorching Canyon was one of these weird maps where you had a neutral base build by the orcs. Really unusual. But now, instead of orcs roaming this land, we've got the undead. We've got some revenants. And this used to be like this really super difficult camp that you just wouldn't want to touch without a massive army, right? Like it was full of tier 2 orc units. And then up here there was an even harder one with like troll, the orc trolls. So that was like really devastating. But this is definitely something that you can kite and take on fairly easily. And then down here, of course, we've got the Elder Demon with all the orc buildings removed. This is the big boss of the map. So yeah, do look forward to that. I just love how he shows that he's gonna beat people up. He's got this teleport skill. He's got this slam on the ground, AoE mess you up kind of skill as well. Gotta love it. Of course, up here we've got some cutthroats, which Rhaaah has already cleaned up. He just took out the banditos as well. So yeah, giving the map a little bit of new life. And of course up here, there used to be, funnily enough, a Ice Wyvern, right? Really weird. Now it's a Scorching one on Scorching Canyon. Makes a lot of sense. So I applaud Rhaah's efforts. He's revamped a lot of the original maps like this, by the way. The big greater demon thing, Elder Demon, sorry. That's also present on old Battlegrounds with Rhaah's mod. And I would love to share it like in the description section of the YouTube video later. But Rhaaah is in the legal battle on Steam. His mod has been taken down for now for including NeoX's maps. Yeah. He's removed them, but it will take some time to get that fixed. So it will be on there at some point. He's also including several other maps, so it's just very nice and convenient to have everything in one place. Anyway, the axe wielder numbers are growing, so this should be very, very nice in the long term. I also really like how Rhaaah actually put down a char burner, cutting down some trees instead of just very quickly consuming all the raw meat in the main base, as all these bottom bases, by the way, just don't have any food in them. This is good business for the dwarves, I would say, having so many rocks around, but yeah, it will take some time to pay off. As always with the dwarves, it's just a really good dwarven map, in my opinion. Okay, the Revenants shouldn't be much of a problem, and I also like the separation of these others from the Revenant Knights so that he doesn't boost them with the armored boon. But one axe wielder does fall. Little inconvenience. But we've seen actually the White Priestess going for a shopping run potentially there. Maybe not. 2,500 is a very standard amount, so we didn't get to see what that merchant down there has, but I think there might be something interesting there. Again, Fallen is the guy that made the mod with the extra heroes, and he also added some extra items for the non-standard merchants. So the one in the main base is gonna be as usual, but down there, that might be special. Maybe not. It depends which one is on the map. Like, Rhaaah might need to change that. Anyways, that's a knockdown on the White Priestess. Lots of damage coming through. And it might be a kill if Leasha doesn't get out of here, but it is gonna be indeed a kill. Doesn't even stick around to pick off the axe wielder. That's unfortunate. This is a nice little bit of XP for Rhaaah, who's almost level 4 by now.
We're being attacked.
Can just restart this location and get more wood, perhaps? Doesn't seem like it's necessary. Not at this point, anyway. We don't have tier 2 or anything like that coming in, but we've got frontier posts and whatnot. So yeah, Rhaaah is spending his resources for now, especially his stone. But as far as the elves go, we've got the one grove, and tier 2 is coming in. 2 groves, right? It's gonna be 3 actually already. It's quite a bit of production. Wood and food are both being consumed. Leasha will need some iron bases though. Right now, she doesn't have any. And maybe this little crew can go after it. There should be iron right here. So good news for the elves. But you gotta be careful with those guardians. If they get into the middle of all these big bad revenants, they'll just get kind of cut down. Leasha hasn't been particularly careful. Even the White Priestess is at risk. Major damage is being dealt though. So eventually these revenants will be going down. But Rhaaah comes up for the 4th level. Still has a single revenant down here. How annoying is that? Okay, no level 4 for Leasha, but at least none of the guardians died. They survived at pretty low health there, by the way. Points are available. I would love to see Winds of Destruction level 2. Potentially. Frostblink isn't bad, but you don't super need it early on. Especially against the dwarves, who will potentially just opt into sentries with their deploy stance, which can absolutely ruin your hero. You probably don't want to go into that, to be honest. Just get that frostbite. It can get nasty. Alright, Rhaaah might be thinking about the big boy. I don't know about this. Oh, as he's exploring the area, by the way, you'll see like the orc buildings exploding for some reason. Yeah, they're kind of baked into the map, so. It would take a fully official update to unlink those, I suppose. No worries anyway. Oh, the elves are here too. Well, there's nowhere else left to go, I suppose, so Rhaah's gonna start taking on this elder demon. which is not great news for the axe wielders. They really can't take that kind of punishment. Neither can the stone pole, by the way. So if this elder demon gets mad at it, then that thing should be going down. Ooh. Ooh. It's not only a big AoE, it's also a big weakening and silence. It lasts a very long time too. Oh my god, that's a super long effect. It's crazy how good this thing is. Okay, we've got some raw meat. We've got some logs. And more importantly, there's iron here. Oh, demons had enough. Not actually gonna go for that banner. So dwarves are gonna have to take care of things. But Rhaaah is tier 2 now. And, you know, dwarves have it super easy with Earth Shapers. They just cost... Whoa. They just cost charcoal. So you don't actually need iron to get your first tier 2 units out. This thing is nuts. Deleted the flag, of course. Its charge attack is pretty good too, but doesn't have too much armor, so at least there's that. Still, if Leasha gets into this, she can do so much damage to this dwarven army right now. Now it's time. Needs to get in there. Ooh, it's too late. Can't steal the item even. And we've got a level 5 for the Hierophant with minimal dwarven losses. As long as they leave, everything's good. And then you can take on the elves without too much issue. What item did Rhaaah get? He's got already the Hierophant's garments. Woo! Woo! That barrage just wrecked all of the Guardians pretty much. They're still alive for now. At terrible health levels though. Wow. So many of them going down. Only 2 escape. Rhaaah did great there. And he's got this ring, the focus ring. I'm assuming that's what the demon dropped.
We're being attacked.
It's not a huge item or anything like that. I feel this guy should drop the big items, right? Like Noria's command, you know, that sort of epic stuff. So yeah, exactly. Veggie is super correct. Says that weakening orbs would be nuts on the big demons. I completely agree. Already doesn't have a lot of resists. Take away what there's left. It should be an easy kill. He's supposedly Wyvern tier. In what universe? He's so much stronger than Wyverns. But yeah, I know he's tagged like that. I just think that the demon is way stronger than Wyverns. I really love when Rhaaah plays dwarves. He just adds in these moles and starts running around with them once he's got the numbers. Super cheap to upgrade. Adds you a little bit of siege damage. Much needed siege damage, by the way. That you don't really get for a long time with the dwarves. But when they're running up against protectors, that can get a little nasty. Looks like the White Priestess has new clothes. A little bit of armor at least. Teleport is in. Oh, Rhaah's just eaten that. Why is the Wyvern out here? That's an interesting one. Leasha didn't get the skill off very well there, but Rhaaah certainly did. Either way, the High Hierophant might actually be going down with all that slowing. Ooh, ooh, the bleeding! The bleeding! 21 health. Wait, Rhaaah actually didn't change yet the Scorching Wyvern's attack to cause that on fire effect thing. Burning or whatever. Or Arcane Scorching, could be any of those. Just not bleeding. It's such a weak effect, only 2 bleeding damage per second. Which is pure damage. Yeah, this was much easier than than the big boy. Anyway, Leasha is setting up nicely. We've got the mass iron mines down here. To the surprise of no one. And as the protectors get upgraded soon and higher in numbers, they're just gonna be absolute Gigatrixies. They are still using their normal spears, so no AoE damage on them just yet. But coming soon. That's a Citadel now. Rhaaah just went tier 3. And we're gonna have Berserkers soon. First ones are already out, and he's shopping real quick, selling the Focus Ring in order to get the Nidhaff's Fury. And why sell the Focus Ring? Wait, he put it back, It's fine. It's fine. Or were there two, maybe? Wait, Rhaaah was the one to pick up the Vibrant item. I think there were two. Ooh. Hierophant getting low. But the elves... The elves have to be really careful here. You know, if Rhaaah gets to a point where he can upgrade the Berserkers to magic damage, suddenly these protectors aren't such a good idea. They don't have magical resists. I do like the addition of the Wardens. They will certainly help, even against the Berserkers. But yeah, you can already see Rhaaah starting to work on Moonsilver. He just needs the upgraded outposts and maybe get rid of one of these Charburners. They're really out in Narnia over there. Nice little chill spot there for the sentries. They don't seem to mind too much. It doesn't do that much damage, this thing. You really have to upgrade this hero to high levels and add in the Frostbite, which just isn't in for Leasha. Heavily relying right now on the regular army. And you know, one thing you can do with these more fragile heroes, with the elves, especially this priestess, I think getting druids out is actually essential just to keep her alive. You're gonna take so much damage with this one. There's the Frost Nova that you constantly want to be using, so having a pair or trio of druids just makes a lot of sense. And it also synergizes super nicely with protectors. I like that. Little earthquake. More riders doing the job. Okay, probably shouldn't stick around here now that the AoE is in for the protectors. At least not until we've got upgraded Berserkers, but Rhaaah knows this. And he's going for a little maneuver here. Especially while the hero isn't with the army just yet. Leasha will have to wait a moment to teleport in. I don't think Rhaaah gets to kill here or anything like that. But he can force a little bit of repair costs. That's good enough. Didn't bring the full army. Oh god, what happened here? Oh god, that's where they have to reinforce from. Meanwhile, the army is wrecked. And Rhaaah can just keep going and actually cut down the base. He is gonna lose a Berserker for it, but it's not a big deal. Like, he gets a hero kill. His Hierophant is already level 7. This is fantastic news for Rhaaah. He's almost level 8. He's got full wheel of brute force. Kill shot level 2 is in, which is a massive amount of damage and a 40% impair. Good luck running away from this. And actually dodging Bonebreaker too is going to be super hard when you're slowed that much. Plus, don't forget, the Hierophant can shoot 3 bolts now when she applies her little ability. Good to see the druids, but it will be a moment until they actually get into play. Although that's a really good catch on the Berserkers. They won't be able to leave here. Don't tell me that one gets away with 44 health. That's ridiculous. he's leaving. Okay. Why not? Try isn't finished. He's back. He's hitting another base. It's nasty stuff. Doesn't want to stick around, of course. That's way too many protectors to fight. And you have to remember, Leasha is tier 3 herself. Has this top base, by the way. And Lenya is about to be harvested. So if somehow the elves can stay alive and keep kicking, the dwarves aren't necessarily guaranteed to win, even though Rhaaah is quite ahead right now, especially in terms of map control. He's gonna be super happy with all that, but it's not a guaranteed win, especially when bleeding units, important units like that. Several pyromancers that just went down. We're gonna get tunnels. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that Rhaaah is getting rich. Not in stone. This is expensive business, but he's working on it. More Lenya harvesters coming in. The resource is a little bit awkwardly located, right? Like you really have to have your workers walk a bit there. And dwarves are most certainly not gonna take this thing down. Level 5 is achieved by the White Priestess, so it's gonna be pretty easy to actually take down lighter units in the army now. Bear in mind, there's no resistance for Earthshapers. I really hope actually Leasha has picked up that. Okay, we still don't have Wind of Destruction level 2. Or even 1. Instead we went for Freezing Fog 2 and Wave of Ice 2. So they are gonna have a bigger AoE now. That's gonna be very, very useful to do some damage, but no Frostbite still. Are we shopping? Nope. Catching some more reinforcement. Oh, that's a good beam there. But it does end as the units get out of range. So it generally just makes sense to get a little bit deeper into it. Oh. Well, yeah, I guess Leasha does want to save the iron mines, but now Rhaaah is basically able to just teleport up if he wants to, but I think he's looking to take the fight. That level 7 Hierophant, I'm not even surprised. Yeah, the Earthshapers aren't taking a lot of damage here, and I think with the resistances coming up, the Earthshapers will be protecting the majority of this army now. Leasha is dropping in population very rapidly as the Berserkers just cleave through everything. There's no resistance there to stop him. Well, Rhaaah does lose the hero. I think Leasha loses everything. That's a really good trade for Rhaaah, definitely. And it's gonna be game called right there. Well done by Rhaaah, definitely. Good first game to the series. Leasha will be picking the next map. No crazy discrepancy between the hero damages. It was really about the sector control. Rhaaah just had more stuff early and grew a little bit faster. Again, the bottom part of the map is very dwarf favored, right? There's not much wood for the elves to benefit from. So that's something to keep in mind. But if the elves can put their iron there, I think they have a good chance. You just gotta really quickly get to a solid tier 2 and tier 3 army after. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2. Leasha is swapping over to the trolls. That's really her comfort zone. Can't blame her at all. On the other side, we've got Rhaaah. And he's Dark Elf. He used the chat random generator. Not trusting the game's random generator. Better ask the chat what you should do. Got the Guardian of Nor. No surprise there, Rhaaah likes his standard heroes. And for the trolls, we've got the Beak Eye. That's their modded hero. Brand new to the game. We've got the multi-throw, we've got the rock throw abilities early on. And then later, You can absolutely expect Hunting Frenzy, which will create some additional projectiles. We also got Aimed Throw, should that be used. And, ooh, what is this? This is new. You had all these buffs on the right side, or debuffs, that would apply these afflictions to enemies. But now we can train the birds into boom droppers, fighters, or corpse seekers. This is fantastic. And I will only use a little bit of focus. Love it. Hope to see it in the long run. It's pretty affordable too, to be honest. But yeah, the map is the Lyranian Catacombs. What's special about this is that it's mostly the creep set, to be honest, as well as this massive cliff in the main base. Basically forcing you to go one direction or the other. Rhaaah is messing around with the Spectre a little bit. But yeah, let's take a look at the creeps. There's those worms in the middle. Those maggots aren't a creep, although it's creepy. There is this box, however, which has a damage item in it. So that's definitely worth picking up. We've got, however, the Nidari, which are interesting. They can summon further little Nidari. And yeah, Leasha, as expected, gets the item. She can then use that to deal some damage. 1000 magic damage to something. We'll see what. Good rock throw. Over here we've got the mutated cave spawn and the giant mole. They're interesting. I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna be taken on. Smasher is now the one that's being focused. Spectre does go down, so it's gonna be a little bit more difficult maybe to take down this thing. But if the Smasher does go down, that's a big amount of damage dealt to Leasha's early game. That's a teleporting Guardian of Nor, mind you, so he's more than capable of running this thing down, but Rhaaah isn't going for it. Down here, we've got the Siphoned Abomination. This is a nasty thing for Dark Elves to take on especially, so I don't expect Rhaaah to be in a rush to do so. Although, bear in mind, it doesn't have a lot of strike resistance, so in tier 2, we might see a moment where Rhaaah decides, yeah, I've got enough sleepers, let's go. I just think that it's more likely that the trolls do that first. Because yeah, magic resistance and pierce resistance is super high, so that's ruling out any tier 1 action from the Dark Elves. It just gets fully resisted. You have to basically be another faction or something, because the others start with a lot of strike damage. Right, so that's fine. Oh yeah, and there's these pest bugs. They're basically your zombies. Lots of them going around in the campaign. So why not in multiplayer, thought Rhaaah. It's a good idea, I think. Anyway, some shopping for the Dork Elves. Oi, what's that? Oi, Dark Elven Polearm, what the hell? This is a two-hander. He just gave up his shield. What the heck? In the main base too. I thought that's something else. Okay. Check debilitating blow level 2. 300 magic damage with bleeding. If the caster has perked Dark Elven Polearm, apply weaken for 5 seconds. So you brought back basically the old combo. Fascinating. Fascinating, but you have to give up your blocking momentum basically. Because you have like a 5% block chance with this staff or polearm. Whereas the shield gives you 10 and a lot more later. Well, cool. Oh, it's like a spinny attack, so he's doing like the Chadpian animation. Well, the moles have been taken down. Must be a Rhaaah map. It's in this Primo map, actually. But yeah, Rhaaah does have some of the spiders in other maps, like his own swamp map. We've got early boom droppers, as well as regular iron beaks. They are being upgraded as we go, so this isn't an ultimate skill. You have the availability early on already. So far, only boom droppers have been upgraded, so we might see some super early harassment, and this is interesting because these are tier 2 units, right? So the trolls don't actually have to go tier 2, they can just keep using the hero's mana to get the boom droppers and then do some multi-prong harassment very early on. So this is a very transformative hero to the faction, actually. And I think Fallen has really figured out the magic of, you know, gameplay design here, giving them something that they otherwise wouldn't have. So yeah, it feels very unique to play with this hero, definitely. Love it. And now it's complete. They're good at preventing iron. I mean, you can go for hitting the woodworkers for the Dark Elves. That will hurt. Also, if the food workers are stuck together like this, that's something to consider. But yeah, just put them in the wood here. I think that's great. Just 2 of them. There's 6 workers to kill. That's a really good little slowdown for the Dark Elves. Need all the wood you can get. Alright, the first handful of scrappers are around. I wonder if the map has gotten any extra scrap as of late. So let's take a look at Leasha's perspective and select some of these boys. There's some here. So Rhaaah is going to have a matching one on his side, of course. Where else do we have scrap? I think there's some here. But it's technically Rhaah's side, so for Leasha it will be over here. I think that might be it. I think there might be a need for a third one. Either way, Rhaaah just came in to take down that scrapper, so that's very annoying and expensive. Maybe if there was some here in the middle, that could be neat. Or even in the corner, you know, just close to the Godstone, that could be cool. This is where the Tainted Obelisk is. Nidari don't seem to be able to attack air. Either way, Bikai reaches level 5. There's a lot of little Nidari getting summoned. They're swarming big time. And it doesn't look like the Smashers love this very much. The Burbs can do the bulk of the work though. Oh, this one is actually quite hurt. Oh, the hero goes down. Oh no. This is not a great day for Leasha, is it? Kinda a disaster so far. And the Swarm Lord might even have the opportunity to heal back up. It's funny, by the way, that the health bar for this thing is so huge. Holy shit, look at that heal rate. Yeah, when you drag a creature too far, that happens. So this Broodmother has like a lot more health, but the Swarm Lord has a giga health bar. It's so strange. Anyway, Rhaaah is not really looking to bother the Nidari himself. He's just looking to pick off some trolls. Either way, big stupid jellyfish OP. A good little poke. Nothing wrong with that. Hero's back. Probably a good idea to pick up some armor. Leasha does have gold, right? Yeah, and also 5 fangs. That's a lot of resources right there. Has the magic scroll, so could have used that even. Maybe we should be seeing another attempt at taking out the Nidari. Maybe both camps even. Dark Elves are getting a little bit bigger though, and Rhaaah actually spent most of his energy on just going tier 2 and upgrading all his outposts. You know, Dark Elf tier 2, you can actually get border fortresses, right? So you don't need to expand that wide. The troll map control at the moment looks scary, but the Dark Elves don't have any trouble continuing their growth. It's a little more expensive this way, but no worries. Their bases are also more secure this way, so no big deal. Got the double harvester already. That's definitely enough. You're not gonna get a lot of echo from the trolls unless you're managing to kill the birds. Just a little difficult. But anyway, we do have 4 sleepers. That is not bad. It's just that this Beak Eye is a Giga Chad, especially with those multi-throw attacks. Also has Hunting Frenzy, and oh, fighters have been trained. Interesting. You have to bear in mind though, these Boom Droppers do pierce damage, and guess what? The sleepers resist pretty well. Here comes another little attack. 3rd Harvester now for Rhaaah. Wow, he's got a lot of spires. This is crazy. He's already working on the 4th spire. Border fortresses are coming in for him. He's doing a really good job of spending that stone, honestly. Boom Droppers die instantly to Sleeper Splash. They would. They would. We're not on the eventual balance mod just yet. I'm not sure it's compatible. Might need to be remade, honestly, to make sure it is. That's a really good fight for Rhaaah thus far. He's weakening several of those smashers, and I think he should continue to take on this Nidari. He's got all these infiltrators, and this one doesn't resist pierce. Unfortunately for him, the Nidari is already healed up again. So a lot of burbs. I also worry about that splash for the sleepers. Let's see if Rhaaah already has it. It's coming. He's just 1 iron away. Yeah, once that hits, as long as he's in melee with the sleepers, these Boom Droppers are gonna have a tough time. Currently being buffed quite significantly, by the way. This gives them 20 pierce resistance. Super nice. A lot of extra speed as well, I think. Yeah, 15% move speed. That's insane. So be really good at chasing this army down. Little echo for Rhaaah. Not much, just a little. And with all the border fortresses done, there's nothing else to do but tier 3. That's where all the iron is going. Dark Temple's next, and maybe Rhaaah will be able to add in a Basilisk. Maybe he'll just change his mind about that and go for Twisted Ones. That would be perfectly fine, of course. I say Twisted Ones because you need something to target down these beaks. Neither player really wants to take the fight here. So we wait. It's a good time for Leasha to just head back to base, honestly, and upgrade all these smashers. She's been tier 2 for a while too. Got a bunch of tribe shelters. But I think it will be a little bit of time until there's a significant income of offerings. That's all we really needed to combat the Dark Elf late game. If anyone can do it, it's the trolls. They have infinite economy too. Man, these Nidari are going down pretty quick. Infiltrators are working hard here. And of course, so are the sleepers. That's level 5 now, 40. For the Guardian of Nor, and we're not gonna see debilitating blow level 2. Even though that would have been very interesting. It's a cool change made. With the new item and all that. But that was also another fight they wanted to take out in the open. Next to the border fortress, it's so much easier. You got all this damage here. Basically 300 magic damage per second. doesn't want that. Well, the border fortress is under heavy attack and Rhaaah has used his teleport. Repair is happening, but it's already down to half health. The Beakai just leveled up. Guardian of Nord teleports in, does a quick silence and proliferates it as well. Sleepers are trying their very best to hold on to the alive, and they might be able to do so, but with the weakening, the hero does end up going down. Meanwhile, the border fortress, however, does so much damage. The first of the twisted ones is out as well. The sleepers have been cleaving through the front line, and with some targeting on that border fortress, all these weak units could be taken out. Rhaaah is doing a great job so far of tanking damage with the harvesters and bringing more and more units to the battle. That's a lot of troll corpses, honestly. Most of the birds have gone. It's just an unfortunate moment for Rhaaah that he couldn't chase further, but look at the reward he gets out of this. Oh, wow. That is a lot of echo, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of echo. Hero is about to come back. And now with the addition of the twisted ones, this is so much easier, as all these units are ones that can't resist magic. There is the Flesh Eater, so that's a good little improvement, but they still don't have the stinky aura. So that's coming at some point, I'm sure. That was a good trade, honestly. Just a handful of sleepers died. Most of the infiltrators are still going. And we've got Rhaah's hero back. He's level 6. Blakefield is still level 1, so it doesn't last very long, but he has an extra skill point. He could use that either for Soul Shield or Debilitating Blow 2, I would say. I probably wouldn't go into Soul Explosion 2, even though it does increase the duration. If you can get Weakening, that would be probably worth it. Blinded. That's such a strange little skill to have. Minus 50% attack range, but it doesn't functionally change too much, you know? Like, you do have to expose your boys to the archers in the first place. It's great if you use it on a ranged hero. Force it to move closer to you. Anyway, Rhaaah now coming back with the Basilisk and adding in a bunch of twisted ones. At 19 minutes, you'd really hope to start some sieging with the Dark Elves. It takes so long to get here. But now that we are here, things should be good. Ooh, there's a very nice proliferation, and the Beakai is in fact silenced for a moment, but is it enough? Rhaah's infiltrators are getting absolutely ruined. Holy shit. Wow, getting these Skull Crushers on them was definitely a great move. And then this multi-shot ability from the Beakai just absolutely demolished everything. It will be a moment until Rhaaah can rebuild, but once he does, he's gonna have a much higher quality army. I just don't like the third Basilisk right now. It's a little too early for this. Flesh Eaters are gonna boost themselves up a little bit with all these corpses. There's plenty of them, so, you know, Rhaaah really was out of position there, though, I have to say. Might make all 3 of these, actually, 10 stackers. Okay, the Beakai is level 8, that's kinda nuts. Quick look at the skill tree. Could max out the Brute Force tree, or skill. And maybe even Eyes in the Sky is open and available. With level 2 being the great part, which applies Hunter's Marks to all enemies. Gotta be careful though, that's quite a few smashers in the army, as you can see. They're not so great. Not when there's twisted ones already. Then again, Rhaah's army is like half harvesters, so something to watch out for. That hero still doesn't have an armor. That's rather unfortunate. Rather. Anyway. Yeah, I would have loved to see him get the tier 3 armor there. He's certainly not gonna lose his base. Woo! Good hero snipe there. That will be good experience for Rhaaah, definitely. But the big basilisks are getting taken down, and now the twisted ones are getting bonked. This is not so great news for Rhaaah, definitely not. He will be able to pick off some of these units on their way out. I don't think Leasha should be staying, as his border fortress just has a little bit too much firepower to take down with pierce damage. That's just not gonna happen. But if you stick around to just pick off the units, that's much better. Woo! The 10 stacker! No! Okay, Rhaaah probably has to think about the farm transition soon, but not before a big soul harvest. That's neat. Oh, that's super good. He needed that. Look at Leasha. 120 something offerings. Really just struggling with the scrap. That's the limiting resource. You need a lot of these scrapper boys. And there are some, but I think she could use some more. It's just that they cost population, right? So it's not free. Unlike harvesters, which probably should also cost population. But well, here we are. You can make 1,000,000 spires of souls, and then you'll have 1,000,000 of these. How many scrap boards? Well, the income from auto gathering is kind of crap, so not much to worry about, but there should be free. They can definitely process this. 200 population troll army. It's time to go after the Siphoned Abomination because, well, why not? Bear in mind, the throwers are going to weaken that. And it's minus 20 resistance on strike attacks. And 50 magic. The skill isn't affected by blinded. This is still going to execute just fine. And people are getting trapped by the blood, but this is just so much incoming damage that it will be taken down. No issue there. Level 9 is achieved. And we've got a cooldown ring. No, that's focus. Also, the items are in. Leasha should definitely take that. Hashtag no equip situation. Does have a revitalizing ring, so that's neat. And of course, getting that throwing spike would be very important to increase the damage and also of all those skills because they are based on weapon damage, as I recall. The other thing for Leasha has been also fixed though, which was that there were too many smashers. So there's a lot of throwers now, and even they are being turned into flesh eaters. Has the resources for it, so just a matter of time to wait this out. Twisted ones are trying to do an attack, but they're not very good against buildings. They don't have that much DPS. It's 100 damage per shot, but only 0.33 attacks per second. Even sleepers do more as a result. Well, they're ranged, so it makes sense. If you don't equip now, you have more for later. That... I mean, that's technically true. But they don't use up the items, so, you know. Anyway, the Dork Elves now have armor on the hero. Not that you could tell. He got owned. Either way, look at all those harvesters. They're tanking so much damage. that the Dark Elves are in the end able to take on the Trolls. This is still heavily a thrower-based army, so no big deal. The Twisted Ones and the base together, despite the level 10 hero and the insane abilities that it's got now, these are still picking off the Troll army, and the Border Fortress is essentially untouched. This is good news for Rhaaah. He just picked off a really high tier Troll army. It's going to be very difficult for Leasha to replace, and he's done that off of low population, mind you. These Twisted Ones and Emissaries are just absolute monsters, and you can make them forever. Rhaaah has the resources. He's gonna... Oh! Whew. That was nice. What a light show. It's a lot of dead people. Now we can make even more. Oh my god, it's a smaller one, but it's still neat. Yes. This might be my favorite thing about SpellForce. I think you guys can tell. Always makes me at least a little excited. Okay, there comes the range nerf, but unfortunately for the units, unfortunately for the Trolls, the Smashers get on top of them anyway, so, you know, they get hit. Oh wait, that's a hero snipe right there. That happened very quickly. Guardian of Nor just tanking it, no problem. And in the end, the Troll army has to respect this. A lot more coming. It's mostly harvesters though. Adding in the much needed spiders as he wants even more echo. Let's take a look at why that is. Oh yeah, basilisks are expensive. But he's got high population now thanks to the spiders, so let's see how that will work. Tons of spiders of souls here. Is that... That's 10 of them. Potentially more coming later. Well, I have to say the Troll army is not in a good spot right now. They might be good in terms of population, but they're all over the place. And, you know, there's a lot of scrappers this time. They're definitely not at full efficiency mode here. The spiders have died. So let's see if Rhaaah can replace them with more quality units. The harvesters have been in here to get at least some of the souls, but it seems to me that Leasha is getting a good bunch as well. The souls and the corpses for the trolls are actually shared resources, so they can eat the souls technically. Ooh, that bee guy just got completely drained of mana. That's one of the properties of the Twisted Ones. Now let me tell you, that matters a lot when you can take out the enemy hero just like that. Twisted Ones are getting a little bit bullied now though. I think they're overextending. There's just no front line for them, and these more powerful Flesh Eaters and Bone Exers are just ripping them a new one. Got to be a little careful with that, but good trade once again. Let's see if Leasha can come back with some better units. Honestly, I have to say these scrappers are in the way. Yeah, she's moving them. That's good. Now everything should be functional. So how many scrappers do we have? Oh, they don't get selected like that, so let's add you guys up. 7, 9. I think that's it. 9 of them. And each of them are 1 population, so it doesn't even cost 1 smasher so far. Not bad, but I think at this point you might as well make some more so that you take up 2 smashers worth of space. Because you're just gonna have this unused free population, right? So you just make 3 more at that point. Get the extra scrap saved up. You'll thank yourself later, I think. Or you could just make a bird. That's fine too. Rhaaah is now spitting corpses. That's coming from the basilisks, and then technically the emissaries could summon from those. If we want to see a bunch of skellies. But yeah, Rhaaah is not in a rush. He's just happy to get a higher level hero over time. And sacrifice the skellies. Whoa. There's gonna be quite a few of them. They're not particularly strong or anything, but they're meat shields. And now that we're gonna see some scions added in from Rhaaah, they might cause a little bit more chaos here in the troll army. With some stunts. Well, there's a ball of steel. Is it gonna crash into anything? Oh, the hero gets picked up. Yeah, there's the crash, there's the stun. It's proving to be pretty damn effective. Emissaries of Nor are not in attack mode right now, so they're kind of getting just picked off here. And Rhaaah is looking like he has to retreat. It's a lot of base damage though from the basilisks. Not enough to tear down the base, however. So, what's gonna happen from here? Because Rhaaah is gonna run out of resources fairly soon. Especially wood. It's gonna be problematic. So, the more you can swap to farms now, the better. And then you just absolutely put your focus on twisted ones and stuff like that. He's never really gone heavy on iron in this game. Even though I would say Striders are such a good option for the late game. That was great shooting between the 2 buildings. Love when people do that. Okay, what is the effect here? This is the repair boon. From the Moon Temple, you can switch it to boost all the different buildings. There's resource boosts, and then there's the fast healing. Currently, the fast repair is on, and it also gives the units a little bit of an armor boost, so it's really good for defending here. I'll just wait until Rhaaah gets 200 population. Things are gonna get nuts. Did Rhaaah shop anymore? Nope. Could buy some pots here in the middle. But no, Leasha wants to fight. Oh wait, this teleport doesn't actually take everyone. There's some twisted ones still. Oh no, they're running through the army. Uh-oh. They might be fine, but they're probably not. Okay, they are fine. Rhaah's gonna use this opportunity to do an attack. And with 4 basilisks, I would say the base should go down. That's some good stuff right there. Leasha is heading back, but it will be too late to save the base. Not too late to beat the army back, though. That's still looking very good for Leasha. And Rhaaah doesn't have a teleport this time, so this is the opportunity. The focus on the hero actually gave the army a lot of trouble. With the other units basically just taking them out. A lot more twisted was where that came from though. Rhaaah is not finished. He can do this all day. And he will take a lot of echo back with these harvesters if he's quick about it. Before the trolls win. Wait, are the trolls even gonna win? I think not. This base is adding in a lot of damage and you have to respect it. Oh, even the hero goes down. That's sick. Yeah, this is why he should have sucked up all the souls. Although, Leasha is sticking around, so what do I know? Warbringer's in the fight. That will add a lot of extra damage to these units and also tanking power. Okay, there's a little bit of a soul suck. It's not bad at all. Haha, Leasha hates the matchup. Oh no. So much echo. Oh, well, Leasha still has 200 population, but it will be some time until all these units upgrade. You can see this massive queue of smashers, and actually offerings are going to be a problem in the long run. Meanwhile, Rhaaah is taking a new base. There's still some hunt here, and that's going to be a lot of resources from the buildings, and actually a lot of echo from the workers, surprisingly enough. Okay. Yeah, some balls of steel wouldn't hurt. There is no wood here, there is no iron here. It's not like a super sexy base or anything, but it's not nothing either. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Rhaaah can get the hunt if he wants to. Haha, Striders, yes. They just combo so nicely with Twisted Ones. I swear by this, you guys. They cause bleeding. They benefit from bleeding by doing more damage, and then the Twisted Ones cause weakening because there's bleeding. It's perfect. You just have to. That weakening combining with the higher damage against bleeding, it's just chef's kiss. So I think this is when Rhaaah really starts winning, to be honest. The late game should favor the Dark Elves a little bit. Oh shit! Maybe not. This is where the offerings went. I thought it was the army. We really need like a Titan alarm. Just go. I just keep missing it otherwise. Anyway, it's a good army that Rhaaah has. He has a bunch of basilisks. They could technically deal with the Titan if he maxes out, but if he retreats in this way again by those rocks, the units will catch a significant portion of this army. Oh my, the trolls are doing great. That's a lot of corpses to eat as well. A lot of the high tier units just got taken down. Rhaaah suddenly doesn't have Striders, and he's just lost half his Twisted Ones or something. And he's gonna face a Titan. This is nuts. Oh no, another Basilisk might go down. Leasha won't be hating the matchup too much after this. Methinks. There's a hero kill, very nicely done. Teleport out, come back with the Titan. This is perfect. No need to suffer under the Twisted One's attacks. Wait. This Bone Axe is gonna turn into another Warbringer boy. That's nice. Can't hurt to have a handful of those. Also, we're gonna have a bunch of balls of steel. Rhaaah really did need that, to be honest. He's recovering right nicely. Could hit these hex camps real quick. Would love to see that. But he has to be careful. Oh shit! Here comes the cub. It's gonna yeet Rhaaah out of this game, I think. Oh, this is bad. This is bad, dude. Rhaaah just never seems to be able to max out. Legend in the chat is absolutely right. It would make a big difference. Exponential differences from maxing out, you guys. Okay, that Titan is taking a beating, but so is the army. Did you see those twisted ones go down simultaneously? My goodness. This thing has some firepower. And if you're near the Warbringer, you're gonna have 600 pure damage, so that's kind of nuts. 2 hits of that and the twisted ones go down. Wow. This cub is just bonkerinos, and Rhaaah is gonna have to tap out of this one, I think, as he drops down to 35 population. Leasha suddenly loves the matchup. It's confirmed. It might be GG. Yeah, it might be. It might be GG. The score is now 1-1. We've got ourselves a proper series. Going to the ace match, ladies and gentlemen. Well done by Leasha, holding on until that Titan arrived. Could have been maybe done sooner, I don't know, but it seems to really make the difference here. And just controlling that extra sector the whole time has been huge. No crazy hero damage, surprisingly. I don't think she really used the hero with a particular focus, like it was more army versus army micro. Yeah, Leasha did own a lot of resources here. And obviously maxed out the hero levels. Rhaaah was very, very far from that. Ooh, that's a lot of gold. Wait, Veggie asked me to look at resources owned. Yeah, Rhaaah didn't own resources, basically. Like, he had a wood bank. Everything else got spent. Everything else got spent. But most importantly, the total resources gathered is a massive difference. Like, trolls just benefit a lot from being themselves. So the smaller maps for the Dark Elves are hard. Maybe if Rhaaah holds back a little and just camps until full pop, then it's doable. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be our last game in this series. This is what it all comes down to. Rhaaah is now trolls himself. It's gonna be green. On the other side of the map, we've got Leasha playing as the pink trolls again. And it's gonna be a Plaguebringer versus Plaguebringer matchup. That just makes a lot of sense in the troll mirrors. We don't get a lot of mirror matchups these days, but it still happens. And the map is Red Wastes. That's also a custom map created by Nathan. You've seen it several times by now if you watch my live streams. It's a really cool one. Very open. There's like no cliffage, there's no walling, there's nothing. Completely open. In the middle, we've got the Medusa Vixen camp, which is a little bigger than the normal ones, a little harder. She can stasis people and heal the other Medusa and herself. And we've got some Scorching Vibrance on the side, nothing too crazy with that. And some bandits and skellies. Really, the most special thing about this is that it's super open. And pretty. Maybe it's the prettiest community map, I don't know. It's a close tie with Rhaah's Breathing Swamps. That's also nice. Oh, Lakam is in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. I'm just smashing some cutthroats here. Plaguebringer is now level 2. And so is the other one. As far as build orders go, we're seeing some completely standard stuff with quad 3 chopper and double stonebreaker supposedly. Yep, there it is. So that leaves room for 2 hunting huts. It seems 2 players are also doing the same pathing, with the exception of Rhaaah actually picking off 1 more set of creeps. But that makes him a little bit slower, so Leasha will be able to teleport back home and actually somewhat contest the undead back home. Or will she? Hold up. This Plaguebringer is actually too late. Oh my god, Rhaaah gets it. Oh, this huge sacrifice to head back home just didn't work out. Well, here's the thing that Leasha is doing. We've got the Tiring Attack spell that's basically just a weakening on regular attacks. We've got the Plague Bolt, Plague Disease, and Feast on Disease combo as usual. 1 point in Deep Waters, whereas Rhaaah actually is 1 level up, so he's able to do a triple brute force. He doesn't need the weakening on the Tiring Attack, he just is straight up more powerful. And otherwise it's the same thing. Plaguebringer doesn't really need a 2nd point in Deep Waters until it's super late game and you're like spamming Corpse Harvest, which is a massive explosion on the dead. As well as, of course, Plague Orb, that's a must-have at level 5. It just helps take down the lighter units very easily. Okay, Eye Banner is taken down. Leasha might be able to set up a safe 2nd base up front here. That would be great. And then, if I recall, this is not where the scrap is. This is where the scrap should be, I think. Wait, was it 1 base down? Where the hell is it? Wait a second. Is the scrap like here in the shadow? Hold on. I'm going crazy over this. Where is it? Nathan, did you move it? Oh my god, he moved it, didn't he? I swear it was here. Oh well. That's fighting. Let's watch that. There's no scrap here. Okay, here it is. Here's one. But there was supposed to be one here too somewhere. Is it closer to the Medusa? Perhaps. We'll find out when people go after it. That's good enough for me. Man, Rhaaah just stole another undead, but he does lose a smasher for it this time. That's a pretty disastrous moment. And just for the handful of new people in the chat, the Troll Mirror matchup, it starts off pretty slow, so we actually have some time to explain how this faction is completely different from anything else in any RTS. Even the other SpellForce 3 factions don't work like this, so you only can make the smashers in the early game. And there's the birds, of course. Like, you can make the birds, yeah. But what you do is you create upgrade buildings where you can send the smashers to then change into a better version of itself. Either a throwing smasher with like a sling, or a skull crusher, which is basically just a super smasher. So you never actually make the new units that you unlock, but you turn your smashers into them. So I think that's a really cool aspect of the trolls that you just don't really get to see. Anyways, the Medusa did receive some nice little heal. Isn't there a Zero Space faction that works like that? Well, Zero Space is much newer than SpellForce, so... That was another fantasy game, seriously? Okay. Well, I got nothing interesting to say then. Chat owned me. That's it. We've got the other Medusa cam still available. Potential for a smasher pickoff there. Especially if one of these guys activates their sprint, then that would cause a slow on the target. But maybe Leasha can just wrap around and pick up some of these weaklings. Oh! Maybe a little bit too soon to trigger there. Smasher gets away at just 100 health. It's not much. And they still do damage, so that's something to think about. Oh, wait a second, Rhaaah just reached level 5. That is terrifying. Leasha sticks around with the hero to pick off some of these smashers. Rhaaah has to do some sick micro to pull these back. Woo! Plaguebringer getting weak. Can we see a sprint? Oh my god! It was enough. The plague was enough. Rhaah's just gonna be pretty much uncontested from here. He's just got to be careful with that weak smasher, but other than that, he should be able to take the second camp. Leasha is in serious trouble right now. And I hope that Rhaaah is gathering scrap back home. He does have the scrap hoard. I don't see the scrapper. Where is the scrapper, dude? No scrapper? No upgraded units. Well, you could technically spend your stone into getting some throwers out. That could be good. Ooh. Gotta be careful with those. There are some potions to pick up from these Medusa, so that should be neat. Vixen is still up. But Rhaaah does have a ring of nullification, so that's some extra armor for him right there from the previous Vixen. Leasha isn't going to be completely left alone in terms of XP. She gets something. Has the tier 3 staff. So that should bring in some extra damage. Vixen is going to be taken down very quickly. Not enough time to cast a stasis. That was just a heal anyway. When Rhaaah reaches level 6, he can finish the wheel of brute force if he wants to, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's equipped both rings, although only one of them is in effect. And here come the tentacles. Took down one of the smashers so far. And teleporting out is a great choice here. He took all the XP, that's all that needs to be done. Oh wait, there's some scrap. So it did get moved, I suppose. Oh, there it is, there it is. I just missed it. Okay, no biggie. It's in the Medusa camp now. Instead of like here. That is fine as well. Rhaaah still isn't upgrading anything. He's got 2 scrappers, but not on the scrap pile, so they're gathering at absolute crappy speeds right now. It's very important to have that map control. And Rhaaah actually didn't go and buy his staff upgrade, nor does he seem to have his anything else. Yeah, he's got a lot of gold. I didn't actually go to shop with that. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh my. Wow! Olvadi raided us! Let's go! Welcome gamers, hope you had a good stream, Olvadi. What was it? Co? Gamers, we are doing a show match for SpellForce 3. You just came in for the end. But after this, I'll jump in myself for some matches. Maybe I'll do a show match against someone myself, just playing. Troll mirror matchup, and Rhaaah is significantly ahead because of what he's got done with his Plaguebringer. So it's level 6. He's unlocked a crap ton of skills and heavily buffed his damage output. And Leasha has suffered just a lot of pickoffs throughout the game, although the macro seems to be better with 108 population to 74. As long as Rhaaah can keep using those skills, there should be no big issue with that. Let's see if Rhaaah is gonna fix the scrappers. Doesn't look like it. But he's producing a lot as well now, so he's kind of catching up in the population department. Not too bad, not too bad. Eye of the Tribe does need a little bit of defending, but it will give the defenders advantage as he enters the battle. And this is just a level 3 Playbringer, mind you, so it doesn't have a lot of health, not nearly as much as what Rhaah's hero does. Loses the base in the end, but it's okay, because he's going to pick off some units potentially here. They're getting weakened there. Oh, they're getting pulled back. I think Leasha just picked the all units hotkey. Oh no. Rhaaah will make back the base, but killing 2 smashers for a base, that's not too bad. It's about equal. Problem for Leasha now is that Rhaaah can strike back. And we'll have to try to defend here. Problem is, if Rhaah's hero goes nuts on Leasha's, I think this one just wins. But maybe taking a direct fight is the best option for Rhaaah. I'm a little worried for him that he has so many smashers. They're not upgraded in any way. The smashers actually don't have an upgrade in the game, they're just basic. But you can turn them into all these other units like Leasha is doing. The throwers, the school crushers that we've seen earlier. Where are they, by the way? There's one here, it's becoming a wall breaker in a moment. Once the resources are here. Well, Rhaaah has been getting a good wraparound on these attacks, and meanwhile the Playbringer is working. Like I said, the damage on this thing is insane. If you just got his staff, it'll be even better. Leasha just keeps having to pull back and waiting for the regeneration and getting all these smashers upgraded as well. The fights themselves aren't too costly for either side, like they're losing 2 free units at a time. But meanwhile, Rhaah's reached tier 2, which is technically the troll tier 3. And these scrappers can now really get to work. There is some scrap up there, by the way, still. Interestingly. No one is messing with the wyverns. What's up with that? Maybe Rhaah's thinking about it now. He's got so many units, there's no reason not to, really. Yeah, that wyvern will be cut down pretty quick. Meanwhile, Leasha is just chilling in the middle, but has achieved level 4. It's something. Also, scrapping in the middle is neat. But what has Rhaaah actually gotten out of this? Level 7 so far. And a health ring, so that is serious business. 250 health instead of a notification ring that doesn't actually stack with the other one. It is pretty important, and we're supposed to go shopping as well. A lot of these bases are getting upgraded, and there will be many workers to be added into the economy. Potion of proficiency, neat. Okay, Rhaaah. Remember your ring. Please. No, Rhaaah. Not the hashtag no equip. He had so much gold, that's just absolutely true. That's what you get. 2 Medusa camps, 2 Vixens, and the big boy in the corner. Plus, of course, this is now a base. There's only scrap here, it's not much, but it's something. Leasha is now working on those tier 2 bases. The first one's already done. But Rhaah's already been generating offerings, so that's gonna be neat. Boom droppers are in. Not sure how much help they'll be, to be honest, but I'm sure it will be some. Now Leasha is going for the big kill on the Scorching Wyvern, and she's gonna more or less catch up with this Plaguebringer. This is potentially level 6, isn't it? No, it's just 5. I just remembered she barely reached level 4. So we got infect building, which is interesting. Oh my god, an infected corpse troll. What the heck? That's really not going to contribute that much. You can have multiple, right? But still. You can have 4 of them. I just don't know if that's worth it. There's so many other good skills here. Well, Rhaaah's the chunky Plaguebringer now. Suppose that helps. Here come the tentacles! Oh god. Oh god, the throwers are getting cut down, and I really like these extra spike flingers that are getting added in. But can Rhaaah actually take on the whole army? I'm not so sure. Level 8 Plaguebringer is a big deal though. Yeah, especially drinking some potions will make a huge difference there. But the fight has been rather equal. Leasha is still a little bit ahead in population, but Rhaaah seems to be pulling through in the fight. It's mostly newly produced units. Oh, those Skull Crushers would have been so useful half a minute ago. Where have they been? More and more Shrines of Mugwa are joining. This base still doesn't have buildings, but I'm sure Rhaaah is working on it soon. He's been super good with the macro, by the way. Like, look at this stone and wood. He's just using it up the moment he has them. It's great. Food and scrap metal, not so much. He's banking that a little bit, but hey, here come the Flesh Eaters. That will be the difference maker. At least I think so. Getting some Skull Crushers as well for the front lines. It's all neat stuff. These guys don't resist magical. So, because of the fact that the Flesh Eaters deal a lot of magical and then some pure as well, those guys get countered. That's exactly what Rhaaah needs. Should see a big fight momentarily. Yeah, Leasha's had enough of this particular base. Doesn't have a wall breaker, which is a little unfortunate. Could definitely use that against the 10,000 health sharp Eye of the Tribe. But yeah, Rhaaah just jumps on top of it, takes down 2 smashers immediately. And some birds. Leasha has left, however. Time to rebuild. 180 pop for Rhaaah all of a sudden. What is going on? Bringing in some more smashers. Well, as long as they allow the Flesh Eaters to do their job. That's all that matters. If the Flesh Eaters can keep going in the back, then Rhaaah has nothing to worry about there. Ooh. There goes the Wombo combo as well. With the Plague Orb. It's done a lot. And these Flesh Eaters are really good at keeping themselves alive with the Leech. They seem to be winning to me. Leasha kind of falling apart now. 135, 40 population versus 65. It's not on screen, of course, but the reinforcing army is doing that. We've seen a little bit of a corpse harvest, but Rhaaah just shrugs it off as not that many corpses exist in a troll mirror, except if you're here. If that explosion had happened here, then everything on screen would be dead. Well, more or less. That would have definitely changed the fight. Leasha still has a chance. There's a good number of bases here for her to work with. But needs a Flesh Eater army of her own, and soon. Problem is, Rhaaah is doing the same thing. So unless Rhaaah makes a huge mistake and runs into that with smashers, I don't foresee any problems for Rhaaah, to be honest. We'll find out. You know, defender's advantage, standing on corpses, all that kind of stuff can make a huge difference in this matchup. Nice pick on that scrapper. Hitting camp's also a great target. I think Rhaaah just has the better, bigger army now. 180 population to 88. This is not looking so good. Not for Leasha. Plague Orbs coming in. That will be another few takedowns. But there's a revenge Plague Orb. It wasn't that bad though. That wasn't a huge issue. Rhaaah is still hugely ahead though, so lots of work to do for Leasha. Maybe a big corpse abuse. Oh god. Did some damage, but there's just not many corpses, like I said. The previous fight still has some corpses, right? You'd have to somehow lure Rhaaah into it, but no, the corpses are gone. It was somewhere here. But they've already faded, so... not too much time to make use of it. Work, work. Rhaaah working on his 200 population mark. Nearly there. So many flesh eaters, and they have their stinky aura, so anything that gets close just gets mega nerfed. A baby corpse explosion there. Literally just hit 2 units, no big deal. Rhaah's doing well to keep on the move. Don't want to stand on all this stuff here. One thing that Leasha is doing very well is keeping these stacks going. Might make a difference, but I don't like the chances. It's good that the Stinky Aura is now in for Leasha's Flesh Eaters as well. But I don't know about going into the Bone Hexers. Main problem right now is just numbers. If Leasha can sort that out and recover, every moment Rhaaah spends at 200 population is a moment that Leasha gets closer to matching him. So this is the opportunity for Leasha to put everything together. There will not be another chance, I think, if they have a full pop fight. And Rhaaah this time has a lot of smashers, to be honest, so... yeah, Leasha is basically maxed on Flesh Eaters, but still 50 population to go. There's some smashers here, but not too many. Just don't take the fight, and everything should be fine. Wait behind buildings and stuff. Oh god. Ah, that Bone Hexer is getting owned. I have to say though, strong opening from Leasha there. But explodes the corpses that she could have eaten. It's a little unlucky. Got a bunch of throwers now added in. And Leasha's almost caught up to Rhaaah. This is great. That's exactly what I was hoping for her to get to. Very, very nice. Side bases have a little bit of extra capacity still for both players. No, not for Rhaaah. He's put down all his little food patches, but the Moon Temple isn't yet working on them. This is a great late game little build where you can just get faster food production, and it will affect all of these buildings, which is plus 40%. Way better than putting down another farm. highly recommend it for the late game. Rhaaah is rich, so he doesn't care right now though. He's very rich. Although he would care if he lost his entire army. It's 5 food apiece for smashers. Sorry, 5? I mean, like 8, right? I think it's 8 food. Was it 6? 6 or 8, I forget. Oh, that's a neat corpse explosion there. Hits a lot of the flesh eaters. And Leasha is holding on to dear life. The blinded effect, reducing the attack range there a little bit. Oh! The hero pickoff is huge. Will in the end Leasha be able to persevere? The health on the units is looking good. And there's plenty of corpses to eat. Nice pickoff again there with the Bone Hexer. If these guys can keep going, there's a bunch of smashers to kill. That should be easy. Even the corpse troll joining the fight. Ooh, Rhaah's Plaguebringer just barely surviving. That was neat. Well done by Rhaaah. But also well done by Leasha picking off all these retreating units. And soon, some of these flesh eaters will be will be maxed out on the stacks. One of them already is. That's great. 2 of them at 9. They just do so much more damage once you have stacked the blood power to max. And eventually you'll be able to make a Titan. So we might see another Titan in this series. Rhaaah actually not looking for that himself. He's a little bit richer. He could do it sooner. So I still wouldn't say that Leasha is fully caught up. This is a very even game so far. Having this extra base though is a big deal in the long term. It's just not, you know, it's not focused on gathering offerings at the moment. Probably should do. Or at least up here should get that. Rhaah's activated the extra food. You'll need it. That's great to see. I don't think he will do that in any of the other bases. Maybe the main in the very long run. That could be good. He built the moon temples by accident? No. I refuse. They're good. They're really good. Like, you're supposed to have one if you make an all farm base. So if you have 7 farms, then it's basically a no-brainer. Don't make 8 farms. Okay, Leasha is back with a vengeance. With the big boy tanking up front. Still plenty of smashers though. Corpse explosion making a little bit of a difference though. Was that Rhaaah's? Hold up. Well, now he should eat the corpses. Oh my god. We've got wall breakers? What the hell are they doing here? This is a mage war. The mage wars have clearly begun. The wall breakers would be for like sneaky moves and smashing bases on the sides. But hey, the Plaguebringer of Rhaaah has been picked off. Can Leasha hold on to the alive? She doesn't seem to have the population that Rhaaah has. Oh, but the corpse explosion is so huge! Oh, I'm scared, chat. Yes, eat everything. Turn the 10 stackers into wall breakers and go. You could technically do that. And then they'll like still have the stacks. It's the only way to give the wall breakers blood stacks. They can't eat themselves. Not until you transform a mage into a wall breaker. Okay, the game is starting to stutter, so we'll pause here for like 10 seconds. Gotta do that. Nothing too interesting going on. There's a lot of scrappers here. Let's get a quick count on them. 7, 8. Yeah, it's 8. 8 scrappers. Okay, let's carry on. No lag this time. Eight is just such an unfortunate number. You have to make burbs, essentially. Wait, did Rhaaah even do that, or did I miss some scrappers? I think I might have missed scrappers there. But then where are they? But I don't see no birds. Okay, hero is back in action. Still has not equipped the revitalizing ring, but does have weakening orbs. Revitalizing ring would be so nice there. Battle is on. Wait, Leasha doesn't have army, what the heck? She does have all upgraded units though. Rhaaah still is running around with a few smashers. It's not the easiest thing to manage this, by the way. Wait, the armor rings actually do stack? Wait, what? Are you serious? They do. Okay. I learned. You're right. You can keep it. Pure armor equals stacks. Everything else, no stacks. What do you mean, of course? That is not simple or easy to understand at all. Oh! Yeah, it's just different rules for everything. I don't think it should be different rules for everything. It should all stack, or none of it should. I don't know. Not like this. Is this game popular enough to still get into? Well, what you would want to do is to get into Discords and to ask for games that way by pinging people. So like matchmaking isn't a thing right now, but I highly recommend getting into it anyway because the community is very welcoming and everyone's super nice. And you actually get great gameplay, I think. So it's definitely worth trying. I think if you're ending up enjoying the game, then your time isn't wasted. There's definitely enough people to get games. You just have to ask for it. Because nobody's sitting in the lobbies refreshing, right? So my Discord has this little ping the SpellForce player service. Of course, the official Discord has it. Definitely would recommend that. Anyways, these guys are beating each other up pretty bad. Rhaah's coming out ahead of it, just barely. But he can't really push. Like, it's a little too difficult to actually destroy a base in this game. So I think somebody's gonna go Titan at some point. Rhaaah's nearly got it. He does not need to fight this right now. Oh god, he lost it here. Oh god! The army trying to actually get on top of these mages with the smashers. I don't know about this. Rhaaah doesn't have the food to maintain his push. So perhaps he's trying to tilt Leasha out of the game. We'll see. But I would recommend to just make the Titan at this point. Like, you've got 460 offerings. That's fine in general. But yeah, just in this game, having the 6 completely asymmetric factions and the several heroes that make the game-to-game experience different. And now we have all these modded maps and also the modded heroes. You just get so much out of that. There's a lot of variety, and it's a very different kind of gameplay with the 5 resources that are also different per faction, by the way. And the whole worker system is totally different from other RTSs, so you're gonna take some time getting a feel for everything. And I think that learning experience is just super fun. Plus, I'm looking to start up these amateur tournaments again, so you're just in time for that as well. So the new players get to fight each other rather than getting smacked by whoever's strongest that's around. I think that's gonna raise activity quite a lot actually when we do that. Just give it like a month or so. I've actually got another work trip coming up, so I won't be around for a little bit, but a few streams this week and then early next week, and then I'm out again for 1 week. Then after that, hopefully we'll be able to start those events. Okay, this is a very bizarre game. Still no Titan, by the way. Rhaaah is not risking it, but that hero pickoff is huge. Whoa! Standing on the corpses gives these guys a 480 shield. That's nuts. Rhaah's making great use of it. It's buffed to Oblivion by now. That's why it's so strong. It's like a plus 30% health. It's only got an 80 AoE though. It's not crazy. Still, extra 480 health is a lot. There's a lot of weak units, so if Leasha gets on top of this, there could be a lot of damage dealt to the army, but I think Rhaaah just turns around and picks off whatever comes his way. And Leasha might just be in a lot of trouble right now, but Rhaaah is losing smashers very rapidly too. So there is that. Can he smash the Sharp Eye of the Tribe? Let's see. Oh, we can't path around these buildings, man. Gotta go closer. Or destroy a bunch of buildings here first. Okay, Sharp Eye of the Tribe will be destroyed, but meanwhile Leasha is opening up on the army very big time. Oh, that corpse explosion was huge. That just equalized the game again. Leasha has an opportunity to come back. Rhaaah has a lot of resources. He can certainly remake the army. But at least he destroyed the base. Meanwhile, however, guess what? Leasha's gonna eat all the corpses. Oh, here it comes. Look at the stacks. These are very, very buff units right now. And there's more. A handful more at least. Oh, just gonna walk off. Okay. Titan? Yes. Yes, we go in Titan. Leasha has so much. She can do this all. Wait. Up, 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 up. We're not doing it. I guess Leasha just wants to make sure she can defend the base first and then we'll re-trigger the Titan. It's a little risky. It's very expensive Titan at 500 offerings, of course. How many training camps does Rhaaah have? Yes. A good amount. A pretty good amount. The, yeah, everything's pretty good there. And then of every upgrade camp, there's 2. I think Leasha can go for the Titan now. Although she doesn't have a lot of scrap metal, but as long as she's defensive, it's no worries. Maybe get a few more thrower towers here. I don't know. Rhaaah's getting a lot of upgrades. Interestingly, he's going with Skull Crushers. I didn't expect that. Problem is with that your Skull Crushers are still going to turn into Flesh Eaters, just like as if you had sent sorry, not Scrappers, but Smashers to the Hex camps. So you add an extra step, but you still get the same unit, so it's more expensive. Don't do that. Okay, it's time. Here they come. There's only so many carriers, so this will take a moment, a few rounds of this. A lot more scrap will be needed. Small engagement starting here. But Leasha doesn't seem to want to do the full engage. Obviously, we're buying time for the Titan, and there is somewhere... Oh shit. Where is the 10 stacker? Hello? There's a 9 stacker in the back. She needs to do another fight. There's no Titan otherwise. Oh. I did not expect that. There's not a single 10 stacker. Oh wait. Here we are. I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Ignore me. It's gonna be fine. Leasha's even willing to lose the base. As long as we get the Titan. Oh, this thing doesn't show the offerings. What the hell? It's only here that it shows that. To be fair, you wouldn't need to show the wood. No, or the stone. No faction requires that. Wait, wait, wait. We're not taking this fight, right? Ooh, that was not worth it for Leasha. Right, there's plenty more units coming, but they're mostly Smashers, so they could be very badly punished here. Plenty of corpses here for Rhaaah to eat as well. He will need all the buffs he can get. And finally he claims the base, so now it's a split map. But of course he's not ready to face a Titan just... Oh! Oh shit. We might see a Titan mirror. So unless Leasha can be first by a long shot, then Rhaaah is in a great spot. Kinda needs to do it ages ago. Oh, there we are. I thought that separate boy was the one. He says, wait for mine. Yeah, Rhaaah needs to leave. This is not worth it. Woo! That damage. Here come the tentacles. Oh my god, it's so much damage. That was a lot of damage. Wait, Leasha's not going for the Titan base. Imagine if she went for the Titan base, took it over, and then took all the resources from the Tainted Obelisk. Oh no. That could be such a disaster for Rhaaah. This is the scariest moment we've seen in this game. Can Leasha recognize it? Because Rhaaah gave it away actually. Wait for mine. So she knows that this is going on right now. Or should suspect it's true. Of course Rhaaah could be lying. But we know he's not. Could take all the Titan's resources. Oh, that's so painful when that happens. Have you guys ever lost your Titan in progress that way? That you would give the other guy all the resources too? Well, it's the worst in the mirror matchup, by far. Oh, she could bonk! Yes! Get the Flesh Eater with the 10 stack! Rhaaah's running for his life! Get him! The Titan is faster! This is entirely doable! Holy crap! if Rhaaah loses this boy, he can't summon his Titan. You need a 10 stack boy to summon the Titan. Teleport! Yes! Rhaaah saved the Titan! Anytime now. It's ready. Superhero landing. Yeah, let's go. Use the teleporter, sir. That was amazing. I cannot believe it. We are gonna have the attack on Titan. Wow, Rhaaah is actually winning this so hard right now. Why did I misclick that? Anyway, Leasha was leaving anyhow. No problem. There's a lot of smashers being made, so there might be a very good army, but this Mugwa's Cub is low. It's getting empowered right now from being low health, and it's also getting the empower from the Warbringers, so 690 attack right now. Probably don't want to mess with it, but if Rhaah's got a full army, then no problem. Here comes the splash damage, ladies and gentlemen. This army is getting wrecked. Leasha's isn't smaller right now, but it's... a lot of the smashers are currently upgrading into better stuff. Rhaaah's Mugwa's Cub is getting pretty nerfed right now. In every department. Resistances, damage. It looks like he's breaking through this base once more. Oh, the corpse explosion cleaving into the army a little bit. Actually, Rhaaah's Mugwa's Cub is at risk there. Whoa. That's a lot of damage he just took. His own Empower also activated on the Titan. What? What a big explosion there. Holy. Mugwa's Cub is getting weaker and weaker over time. This disease is actually huge over a long period of time on this thing. Leasha is gonna separate the Mugwas Cub. Needs to be very careful with not leaving home territory, because that gives an extra 2 heal per second. Rhaah's one is still like almost... Whoa, it was 6,000 health, but then it suddenly wasn't. Now it's under 4k. All this pure damage is really adding up. Certainly killed a lot of units though. So yeah, the 2 Titans might just cancel each other out, and we might be looking into one of the longer games that we've seen. Veggie thinks the soundtrack's good, but it's actually not from the map. It's my private playlist. I'm not sure if the maps can be set to have a playlist. I don't think they can. I think they just do one track, and then there's a battle tracks that interject rather. Okay, can Leasha set up a second Titan? Oh yes. Oh yeah, she's calling for it. Right? Was that cancelled just now? Guess so. Rhaaah, however, is prepping the second Titan. Oh yeah. We can do this all day. Mugwas Cub, no! Mugwas Cub, no! Both of them are down. Does Rhaaah have another boy with 10 stacks? I'm no surprise there's a lot of damage in the troll armies, right? So the Titan is eventually gonna fall. But if Rhaaah is a replacement, then sick. Nothing to worry about then. Just doesn't look like either player can really afford it. Good corpse explosion once more, but Rhaaah just has a bigger army. And Leasha might not be able to keep up, and most certainly can't get a 10 stack going. Let alone the Titan itself. Okay, that's a pick off there. Good corpse explosion once again. That's taking away a lot of the food. Like Rhaaah just pulls back one of the mages, there should be no issue with eating once again. Leasha is working on maxing out and has a lot of spike flingers, which should be useful against the smashers. And all these corpse explosions are definitely nasty. You know, should just probably explode those corpses there as well. And Leasha does get this skill back every 10 seconds. That's insane. Without concentration, by the way. So, yeah, Corpse Harvest 2 is just disgusting. Even level 1 has a 10-second cooldown, so that probably shouldn't be the case. Even with more cooldown, it's nasty, but 10 seconds? It's basically not a cooldown. So if there's one obvious balance change that I'd be crying out for, it's that. Make that like 20 seconds, I don't know. Something reasonable. Okay, it's time to feed. There's enough corpses still. There we go, 10. It's time. Please go. Wait. Rhaaah doesn't actually want to take this on, I would say. But superhero landing, so there we are. Yeah, you don't want to take this on, sir. No comment from Leasha? No shocked Pikachu face? Nothing? Okay. Well, no Titan either. Can't afford it. Oh, Rhaah's actually attacking with like Smasher Thrower. What the hell is this? This is tier 1 gameplay with a Titan. They're gonna get shredded, man. Don't do it, Rhaaah. Don't do it. You're not that far ahead. The Titan doesn't cost population, so it's a really good addition to the army. But you have to respect Leasha and, you know, not use Smashers. That'd be nice. You use them to upgrade them, nothing else. Okay, here come the Flash Eaters. That should be a good difference maker once they're out. Rhaaah has infinity resources, so you can literally do this all day. For Leasha, we're probably lacking a little bit in the scrap metal department. Look at Rhaaah. We're gonna be here all day, says Rhaaah. 1 hour. If he makes it to 1 hour 30 minutes, then it'll officially be the longest game I've got on stream, including the Metaplays tournaments, by the way. Yeah, can't think of anything that was longer than an hour and a half. In fact, recently the 1 hour 25 minute game, I think it was with Levatus and actually Leasha, that would have been the longest. So Leasha has this tendency to produce these games. Okay, he just really smashed through this. Holy shit. But for now, Leasha is maintaining production. It's gonna be all smashers, so what then? Corpse Explosion isn't as much of a game changer against trolls, so there is that. Titan is down to like half health. But it's gotten a lot done. And it's not finished. Whoa. Another base destroyed. Rhaaah may have lost his hero, but his army is still sick. Oh my god! Corpse Explosion does make a difference, I stand corrected. That was a really good shot of it too. Farden says he played a 2-hour troll game once. Veggie says he she played a 1 hour 58 minute troll mirror on Greykeep once. Not worth it. Yeah, 2 infinite resources is too much. Even the Dark Elves with just the 1 are kinda nuts. Okay, this might have been the difference maker by smashing through this base. Cheese and Civi did a 3-hour game. Was that Soul Harvest? Because I think Civi quit in Fallen God, right? Didn't like the trolls or something. Man, that's a shame. I remember Civi streams. Can we get some more people streaming? That's like my dream. I sometimes just want to watch and eat my snacks while you guys destroy each other. Oh, good corpse explosion, but not that many corpses, to be honest. It was well positioned, just no numbers. Leasha might be in serious trouble here. Losing the hero might just be the last nail in the coffin, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is. I think it really is. This base is down. There's no way to save it. These are smashers. It will take a million years for them to get there. Leasha has no scrap. Can't afford this business. So technically she would have to make throwers at this point. There's very few other choices. Okay, Rhaah's gonna respect it actually. The Titan got kept alive, so there is that. It will regenerate a little bit of health. The hero's back. We're taking a base over. Okay, sharp eye of the tribe. It's gonna stay up. What the hell? What the hell is happening? Okay, Rhaaah is eating. No more corpse explosions, he says. That's one way to clean up. Don't tell me there's no counters to corpse explosion. Just be trolls yourself. Eat the corpses. There's ever been an instance of eat the rich? It's... Oh! Hello! It's here. Just add a corpse cleaner spell. I mean, you could be dark elves, but good luck. Hey, if there's any base that has base sniping potential, any map that has base sniping potential, it's this one. Don't complain, Veggie. Look at this. You go here, around the edge of the map, nobody will see you. Boom, you're in the main. It's great. This is the most open map there is, so... Also, there's no easy way to defend the side bases because the Godstone is actually quite far from it, not in it. I think that's nice. Okay, the Titan is about to get it. So many nerfs. It's down to half health already. What the hell is going on? Man, Rhaaah barely lost any units. The corpses got exploded, but it actually didn't damage him too much. So that means that Leasha doesn't get to eat them. Anyway, Rhaaah got scared off. He'll be right back, I'm sure. What is this Moon Temple doing? Is this the repair and armor one? Oh, that's smart. You know, Moon Temples for defensive purposes. Hell yeah. Just get it. Also, there's this regeneration boon. Oh my god. Dude, that's healing the Titan so fast. This is great. +2 for the territory regen. So yeah, I'll get this cub back to relatively healthy in no time. Although Rhaaah should probably put back his... Oh wait, he has 500 food. Whatever. He's fine. Okay, these bone Xers are highly stacked up. So a lot of neat damage. Oh, Leasha says she gives up. This might be it. GG is gonna be called. Well played. Is about to lose the base. Doesn't seem like she wants to defend herself there anymore. We might see one final battle. But no. No, she doesn't want to do it. That was too many Skull Crushers perhaps to fight against this all-mage army. They would have evaporated immediately and then rise up 20 for the population. So totally understandable. And Rhaaah has had the base advantage for a while now as well. So, you know, plus potentially enough scrap to keep fighting forever. This is gonna mean that Rhaaah wins the best of 3 in a 1-hour match. Leasha could have probably held on to the alive there. But it was definitely looking in favor of Rhaaah in terms of the economy. Rebuilding that army would have been a nightmare for sure. Look at that 200 population mark just almost all the time for Rhaaah, whereas Leasha just kept losing the army. And doing so again would have been devastating for sure. But I don't think that last fight would have been that bad. So maybe there was a chance. But either way, Rhaaah wins. Congratulations. Well done. GG's.